The vision for this project is it's a library and it's also an educational center that we want to found in a rural area in Ghana in West Africa.
Eventually become integrated within the community and be able to both provide resources and also learn at the same time from the people who are there.
Ghana statistically has about a 74 to 82% literacy rate, which is actually pretty good compared to the world average, but it still leaves about 20% of their population, mostly in rural areas, who don't have access to the education or the materials in order to become literate in any language.
Ghana has an extremely rich history and culture, and also a very rich literary tradition that often gets overlooked.
I would love to, to make this a place where we can invite people from all over Africa to share their stories in a setting where they can increase cultural understanding, exchange, appreciation, and ultimately preservation.
They're helping folks necessarily learn to read or providing books to other people, but they're sharing this deep-seated love of the magic of what happens with words.
Literature is the core of society. Storytelling throughout all the histories of peoples around the world keep a culture alive.
A story is just a very powerful thing. It has the power to inspire, to instruct, and to give perspective in a way that nothing else can.
I think there's something about literature, the act of telling stories and the act of hearing them or reading them or receiving them, that experience of storytelling and of narrative and sharing that is one of the most human things in existence, I think.
They have such a love for the written word and the spoken word. It really constitutes a lot of magical, I don't know, like a magical sense for them, that they feel that so deeply, that they're the perfect people to be sharing that love with other folks.
And I've seen the way that literature can open doors and windows for people that had previously just been walls.
They are going to Africa with nearly nothing in their possession to share something that they have an abundance of, which is this passion for literature.
Instead of saying maybe someday, someday we'll think about going, someday we'll actually have the motivation, someday. Brady and Caitlin are kind of built saying today's the day.
The two of them combined are a force to be reckoned with, and it doesn't matter what they set their minds to do, they do it.
And they also understand that their perspectives aren't the right ones, the only ones in the world. They know that going into a place like Ghana, there is already a culture there that they have to contend with and that they have to integrate into their ideologies and their system. And I think they're ready for that, and I think they're very qualified to do something like that.
Well, my hope is that they will start something that continues throughout the world,
It has the potential to be something huge and to be something that changes a lot of people's lives.
And I think that's how they're going to leave their mark ultimately, is by igniting other people's kind of latent and maybe even forgotten gifts and talents. And so, gosh, for me, sitting on this side of it, I can't wait.
I was talking to a student the other day about why she hated school, and all she could tell me was that she hated school. And I tried to get from her, what is it that you hate? And I said, I see this big pile of rocks. I can't move the whole pile of rocks for you. I can't suddenly, instantly make you have lots and lots of friends. I can't make things easier. I can't move the entire pile of rocks for you. What I can do is move a couple of the rocks. And I think of this project as a pile of rocks. There are a lot of problems in this world. Literacy is one of them. There are so many others. And what Brady and Caitlin are trying to do is, we can't solve all the problems at once. We can't move the entire pile of rocks. but we can move a couple of them.
When I was in Ghana in 2012, I had a really powerful experience, and Ghana itself just really got into my soul. And I ended up writing a poem about it, and it ended, "Ghana is a place that grabs your perceptions by the throat and declares them untrue. It's a country that knocks you on your ass for understanding to ensue that you will never save Africa as much as Africa saves you."
My hope, my dream for this library is that it will change one person's life. If we can change one person's life, then I say, job well done. I say that is a success.